everybody! Welcome to another episode of Learn with V. This is the Quick Guide Edition. Hi, by the way, my name is V, and I am your virtual teacher for today's episode. Today, I will share to you the difference between close and closed. When do we use close and when do we use closed? If you are interested, keep on watching, but please do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell too so you're always updated with the newly uploaded videos. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Once again, this is Learn with V, the Quick Guide Edition, and as you can see, the virtual classroom is up and running. Alright, let me give you a little backstory. The other day, I was in the market, and while I was walking on the road, I saw this signage or post by the management of one establishment, and it said, effective on September 19, 2020, every Saturday and Sunday, the shop is closed. And then there is the ellipsis, right? In terms of meaning, there's actually nothing wrong or peculiar about this statement. We clearly understood or understand what it meant that starting September 19, 2020, Saturdays and Sundays, the shop is closed, right? But in terms of structure and some technicalities, something is missing, something is inconsistent in this statement, and some words and even marks, punctuation marks, were used incorrectly. And so I want to take this opportunity to correct this kind of post so that, you know, if one of these days you will have to create the same statement or announcement to your customers, shoppers, and whatnot, you know exactly how to compose your statement correctly. And so let's begin with the date. Obviously, September here, since it is abbreviated, it must have had the period, right? Obviously. But of course, probably it was just a typing error or a typo error, so let's give it a pass, right? And then let's focus more or concentrate more on the heavier problem right here. This part is close. Like in my introduction, I told you we will talk about the difference between close and closed. Okay. The word close is actually a complicated word in English, even if the meaning of it is simplistic, because it has a lot of functions. For one, it could function as an adjective. 2, it could function as an adverb. And 3, it could function as a verb, right? Obviously, in this situation, in the statement that you're looking at right now, definitely the word close is not a verb. And most definitely it isn't an adverb. And so we say that it is an adjective. However, it was used incorrectly as an adjective because in this case, C-L-O-S-E, what it really indicates or how it describes the subject shop is that it means that the shop is nearby, right? It's not far, but nearby. The shop is close, meaning just walk a little few meters and you'll get to the shop. Okay, that's the meaning of close in this statement because it was used incorrectly. Now I am actually presuming that what the management meant is that they are not going to operate business or they're not going to provide services on these given days, Saturday and Sunday. Hence, the better word that should have been used, or not actually better, but the correct word or version of the adjective close that should have been used or must have been used is the one with the D. Because now if we put or indicate the D here, what we're trying to say is that the shop, which is the subject of this statement, right, is not nearby, but instead it is not open. Okay? We are now stating a condition, a situation. While in this case, we are stating a distance. Right? So without D, you are using the adjective yes, and you're describing the shop yes, but you are describing it differently from your intention. You're saying that the shop is nearby. But with the addition of D, what you are trying to do now is that you're describing the shop by telling your customers that the shop is under the condition of not being open or not opening on days like Saturday and Sunday. And so the better English or the better statement that should have been done here or composed here is that effective on September period 19, 2020, every Saturday and Sunday, the shop is closed with D, right? And now let's go to the ellipsis, the 3 dots. All right. It is okay to use the 3 dots when you are wanting to tell your readers that there is something else that must have followed your statement, but you did not put it. Okay? It should have completed the statement, but you opted not to put it. So the 3 dots indicate that something else is coming besides what you've read before them, right? But in this case, since it's just a declarative statement, the 3 dots was unnecessary. Hence, what should have been used was a simple period, right? Again, this is the ellipsis, and it's only used when you want to indicate that something else is coming up right after the previous statement. But since the context of the statement does not require so, the period should have sufficed. Right? So again, there are 3 inconsistencies and discrepancies in the statement. For one, when you're abbreviating dates, do not forget to put the period, right? Not that I'm nitpicking about it, but you know, you want to be technical about it. And since you're using the English language, why not obey and follow its rules correctly, right? Another one is that if you are going to use the word close as an adjective, be sure that you distinguish between its definition of either it is nearby or the condition that something is not open. So if you want to mean that something is nearby, not far, then use close without D. But if you want to mean that an establishment or the operations or the services are halted or stopped from a certain period of time or day, then what you have to use is the word close with D right here. Okay? And again, for the ellipsis, unless it is necessary, please do not use it. If you're just saying or writing a declarative statement, just stick with 1 period and you're good to go. And a bonus lesson, since I've not been sharing lessons for quite some time now. You may have noticed too that the statement is in the inverted form, meaning to say some of the words that should have appeared on the predicate side were written before the subject itself. And it's okay, there's nothing wrong about it. But how do we fix it technically or mechanically? All we have to do is we have to add the comma, right? So where do we put the comma? Obviously, you have to put the comma right after 2020. Effective on September 19, 2020, comma, every Saturday and Sunday, the shop is closed. Alright, but if you want to rearrange it just to avoid using too much punctuation marks within your statements or within your sentence, all you have to do is put this part, right, after the predicate itself or the complement itself. So you may say the shop is closed effective on September 19, 2020, every Saturday and Sunday. Then period. Alright, that's it for me. See you again on the next episode. Much love, lovies. Mwah. Bye.